Hello and welcome back to our development of our term report system. We are almost done with our system, so there are with some few things we have to do then to complete our project. So in our previous lesson we were able to learn how to create a report for printing, and we said if you want to print the report, after you finish editing it, all that you need to do, you have to do is to come to finish and merge. Then when you click on finish and merge, then you go to where we have edit individual document, print document, and then send email message. So you go to edit individual document. Then when you click on it, then you select the number of students that you want to print their report, so you can print it directly from this place, and you can also save it or export it to PDF. So as I told you, if you are doing it for a school, in case a school consult you to do it for them, then after everything you have to send the PDF file to them for them to do to print it, or either you printed it for them. So we are done with that one. So today's lesson we are going to look at how to create copies of our term report, because this is a template and we are done with term 1, that's the TR1. So in the next term you need not to do to design another term report again. All that you have to do is the TR1 that you have done, you create 9 copies. So you copy and paste to get 9 copies, and then you name it. So you will have TR1, TR2, TR3 up to TR9. And then when you are done with it, then you look at how to link it to our Excel workbook in order to pick it from that place. So let me quickly do save this file, and then you look at how to create copies of it. So I'll just click on Ctrl S to save. After saving, then I'll have to close it, because if you don't close it, it will not work. So I'll close it, and then locate where I have saved my file. I normally save my files on desktop. So I named this file SBA training. So let me see, I'll just do copy and paste, because if I copy this thing into a new folder, the file path will change. So in order to prevent that, when you are saving your file for the first time, you have to create a folder, and then you save it into that folder, because I've saved it on the desktop. So if I copy it into a folder and I try open it, it will tell me the file path has changed, so it cannot work properly for me. So let me do it on my desktop. I should have done it earlier on, but let's see. When you are doing it, you take your time and then you do that, because I have a folder here. When I copy this into this folder, it will create problem for me. So I'll leave the first one here, and then the other ones I'll copy and then paste it into that folder. So let's see how best to do that. So I'll click on copy, then I'll go to that folder, then I'll paste it. So I'll select paste. So let me open that folder and then create copies at that place. Then since I'm working on TR1, that's the term 1, I will leave that one, then work on it. So I'll create the copies for the one in the folder. So I'll open the folder. Then we have the SBA training, that's the file name. Just select either Ctrl C to copy, or you do the manual, then Ctrl V to paste, then Ctrl V to paste. So I have term 1 on my desktop, so I have to create additional 8 to it. Ctrl V to paste. see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6, so level 2. Control V to paste. Then the last one, Control V to paste. Then when we are done with it, you have to do what? Rename it. So let me rename this one. So I'll go to rename. Then I'll say terminal report or term 2. Term 2 report. Then I'll come to this one and change it to a term 3 report. Then the next one will term 4 report. Then you name this one to, you rename it to a term 5 report. Then we have term 6 report. You go to rename. So we have term 6 report. Then this one with term 7 report. Then this one to go term 8 what? Report. Then the last one will be what? Term 9 report. Okay, so since I have created a 9 report duplicate, so let's see, I have to close. Okay, I've closed that one already. So when we are opening the first one, let's see, we know, let me try and open it and see. Okay, so when it opens, say what? Select from TR1. Then I'll just click on yes, because I'm working on term 1 to open shortly. Okay, so this is for TR1, that's term 1 report. Okay, let me close it and then go and open that for term 2. So I'll locate my term 2 report. Then let me try to open it. Then see what happens. Okay, so we are saying select from TR1. No, because if you select it, means you are going to still work on what? Terminal report 1. So I have to select what? No. So when it opens, then I'll go to mailings. Then I'll go to what? Select recipient. And then use what? Existing what? List. Then I'll select that one. Then it will open. I'll go to where my Excel work is. So it's on the desktop. Then you locate that what? That file. Okay, so let me select desktop. Then locate that what? File, the file name. So the name is what? SBA training. So I'll do what? I'll go to open. You know, double click to open. No, you just do what? Go to open. Then it will open all the sheets that you have been created. So let's see, we are going to locate what TR2, that's what term 2. Okay, so this is TR1, then we have the TR2. So I'll click on it and then select what okay. So as you see, it's a change. So when it opens like this, all that you have to do is what, you come to preview what results. Okay, so this will be for term 2. So let's see, look at where the term is. Means I have to work on it from my Excel workbook. I have to change the term at that place. So when I go to TR2, I have to change the term there to what 2. Then I'll do the same for the other terms that I have not worked on it. Okay, so now when I open this, it will link me to what, to TR2 from my Excel work that I have done already. So let's see, you have to adjust it, so we'll do that one later on. Okay, after that you close it. Let me save it. So let me go and open my Excel worksheet and then work on the terms. So this is my Excel worksheet, workbook rather, sorry. So let me open it, then change the terms. Okay, so it has opened. So I'll do for term 3 and then term 4, then I'll work on it later on. So when you are doing it, you have to do the rest. So I'll go to where my TR2 is. So I'll open it. Okay, I've not entered any term there, that's why it didn't come on the sheet. So this was TR2. So when you come to where the term is, then you just have to enter 2 there. Let me see whether this side. Okay, you don't have term here, so I have to go to the last column and locate where my term is. So this one we are working with term 2. So we have to just do a type 2. Then when we are done, we have to do autofill for all the students. Okay, then let me go to TR3, then do the same. That's where the term is. Okay, so this one I have to work on it. TR3. I have to write the headings for this. Okay, so I have to work on it. I'll do that later on. So I'll come to where the term is. Then I'll just type of term 3. Then you double click to autofill. It is wrong. My mouse is not responding, so let me drag to the last student. Okay. Then you do the same for term 4, 5 and 6. Okay, let's look at this side. The class. Because since the student that we have entered their name, they are all in the same class, but we have written form 1, form 2, form 3. So when you go to the report card, means the class there will change. When you go to the second person, the class will change to form 2, then the third one to change to a form 3. So when you are working on it, check all those things. Okay, I freeze this place, that's why. So I have to unfreeze it. So I'll come to freeze panes, and then on freeze. Okay, let me click it and see whether it will move. Okay, now it's working now. Okay, so this is where I was talking about. So as you can use one template for what, for the three classes. So let's make this one so that the report card to appear on network class 1 or form 1. Okay, we make reference from our hot student list, so we have to change it at that place, not here, because if you change it here it will affect it. So I have to go to where my student information list is, then change it. So if you have not done that one, can you do it and change this one too? Then I will autofill. Okay, so let me go to my TR2 and see whether it's taking what effect. Okay, that changed to 111. Then let's see TR3 to see if the same thing. Okay, it has changed. So this one, when we are printing the report, all the names or the class will appear on it. So if you are doing for, let's say, another class, let's say you can divide it into this template into, let's say, 3 parts. So the first, if your student is what 50, then you create for 50, then you create another column for another 50, then you are through with it. So let's see, now we have changed it. So when you go to term 2, then we have changed the term to 2. Okay, so you do the same for the rest. So let me save it and then go and open term 3 and see what happens. Okay, so we go to term 3, double click to open. Okay, so it has opened. So it's asking me to select from TR1. No, so I have to select what? No. Then when it opens, you go to where mailings, then select recipient, use an existing list, then you locate where your Excel workbook is. Then it's on the desktop, so I'll select the desktop. Then I'll locate my Excel file. That's SBA training. Okay, so I'll click on it and then select what? Open. Then when it opens, I'll go and select what? TR3. So when I'm working with the term 3, meaning I have to link, it will link me to term 3 on my Excel workbook. That's beauty of Microsoft Excel. So let me locate what? TR3. Okay, then I'll select what? Okay, so anytime I'm opening it, the one will not appear, but 3 will do what? Will appear. Okay, then I'll select what? Preview results and see what happens. Okay, so you could see you have what? Term 3 there. So it's no more term 1, but what? Term 3. Okay, so that's it. So you do the same for the other remaining terms, because I don't want the video to be too long. So that's how we do it. When you finish, then you do what? You save it, then you close it, and then you go and open the other one too. Then you do the same for the 9 or 10. So when the person gets to what? Form 2, means you are going to use the first term will be for the term 4 in that order. But form 3, they use only 8 terms, because when they get to form 3, the 9th term, they will not write any exams. That's where they are preparing to write out BEC. So that's how we do what we link our word to what Excel for the various what terms. So now let's quickly look at how we can do what create or design our blood sheet. How to design the blood sheet. Before then, let's see. We'll look at how to do what enter VB code, that Visual Basic code that will enable us to generate what individual reports. If you don't write the code, you get a report, alright. But if you want to send the report to individual parent through what email, that's where you have to enter the VB code. So in our next lesson, we look at how to do it, create the VB code. So let's look at how to design the broadsheet. So I'll close this and then open Excel worksheet.